time. What's the history of the Meridian Gallery?
We started the gallery, well, next year it's going to be 20 years.
Wow.
Wow.
20 years. We can't, well, really impossible to believe.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We formed a nonprofit back in the 80s, and it has a very long title. It's the Society for Art Publications of the Americas. And out of that interest grew Meridian Gallery, which has been devoted from the beginning to looking at cross-cultural interactions, the way in which artists' work is rooted in some way in their cultural past, thinking about the Americas as a whole, from the Arctic through Tierra del Fuego, and always with the sense that diversity is what nourishes all of this.
Yeah.
So the gallery, before we started the gallery, we did a series of lectures on the Americas in art and architecture. And we had very good help, major help really, from Rolando Castellan, who had been a curator at the Museum of Modern Art, and others. And we found a very small second floor walk-up space on Sutter Street at 545 Sutter. And that's where we were for most of this time, until everyone in that building.
The mentorship program is 12 years old.
Yes.
And how did it start?
It started really in a conversation between Amy Burke, whom you should meet if you don't know. Amy Burke is an artist in San Francisco, and the conversation really was between Amy Burke and Tony Williams and me. And Tony had been thinking that it would be very interesting to find a way to share the experience that we had had working with a gallery and our prior experience as publishers, to share this with teenagers.
Yeah.
And we got together with Amy and one or two other people, and we began to just brainstorm about how it might be done. We very early found out that there was something called MYEEP, the Mayor's Youth Education and Employment Program.
Okay.
And how old is that program?
That, I think that's about 20 years old. I could find out for you.
And that's San Francisco based?
Yes, yes, it's definitely city. That is city supported. And what they do with us is they don't pay our nonprofit directly, but they pay the youth. So that's the amazing, wonderful thing. Because the youngsters in our program are age 14 to 18, and there is no earthly way that they could engage in this kind of a program unless they had remuneration. They just couldn't. They'd be out scrambling to try to get some local, packing job, stock job at Safeway or something.
So how many hours do the kids work in the mentorship?
They work every day.
Every day? Wow.
And every day after school for 2 years, 2 hours.
2 hours every day.
In the fall and winter it starts around the 20th of October, but then it runs through to about mid-May.
Wow.
And then there's a break and it starts again at the end of June and runs for 6 weeks. So it's effectively year-round. And in the summer, it's not just 2 hours, it's 4 hours. So there's
4 hours every day.
Tremendous latitude for getting things done. It's just very exciting.
And how many kids are normally involved in that?
About 15.
But is there a selection process? I mean, if I was a kid in high school and how do I become part of your mentorship?
Well, you would probably in your high school or your neighborhood center, you'd be out looking for work.
Okay.
And you would find out that there was such a thing as MYEEP.
Okay. Yeah.
And there are 11 neighborhood centers.
Okay.
Like, there's one in the Tenderloin, there is one at Bayview Hunters Point, and each center has a coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very well trained and skilled coordinator with various case loads, I guess you would call it.
Right.
Because they get hundreds of kids coming to them looking for work. And they interview them very thoroughly about what their core interests are.
Wow.
And they try to match them up with things that are really going to interest the young people.
So the students that are sent to the Meridian Gallery are students who are interested in the art field?
Yes.
Okay. And into all aspects of it? Gallery, curation, being an artist? Okay.
Music, architecture, any
Wow.
of the things. Our particular program is citywide, and that feeds what's very interesting to me and always has been in my life and work, which is diversity. So when you have the span of the whole city of San Francisco to draw on,
That's fantastic.
although we don't have much of a say about, I mean, there's not really a way we can go out and recruit. We rely on the coordinators in these various places to find people who are a good fit.
I was talking to a kid at the bread baking event, and he said he was there for 3 years. So kids come back.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And do they tell their friends?
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
This is kind of... What's that?
Can
you say your name?
My name is Sadat.
Thank you.
And I'm Brianna.
Hey, Brianna.
You guys did a great job.
Good tell. Awesome.
Performance is on top.
So we just have one simple question for each of you. Like, what does this mentorship program mean to you?
It's been a lot, and I've been in 2 buildings. I've been here forever, and it's been my 8th year in the program.
8?
Oh, that's awesome.
And I did 3 murals, and one of them in Chrissy Field, and one of them is Restores, and then one of them is in the Larton Hotel, and I guess it's by the playground.
Nice.
It's right by
So you must really like the program.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and I've been
back?
part of this family forever, and I've been
What
part
was your
of it.
experience?
Well, I've been here going on like 2 years now.
Wow.
And and Tony are great. Like being here, we pretty much are like a family. Like we're all really close, like all the interns, and then like we get close to the instructors. We know certain days and how they react, or you know their moods and everything. So we kind of like feed off of that, and yeah. But being here is great. It's given me a great opportunity to actually, expand my horizons.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I love being at Meridian.
So what was your best experience so far?
We had a workshop where we were doing contact mics. That was actually very enjoyable because I didn't really know much about wiring and making microphones and what that was like. So I think that was one of the best workshops that I actually enjoyed.
Awesome.
So is music something of interest?
Oh
to
yeah,
you?
music. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Your music.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, the whole gallery is so fun that you want to do it again because like the people you meet is really they're all really cool, and Anne and Tony are like the ideal grandparents.
Very nice.
Yeah, they make like the best.